Some of the most successful people I've had on this podcast, I find fascinating because somebody like you is constantly evolving. You went from, just being a practitioner to being an instructor to running a gym to having a brand to now running the whole grappling league. And I think you have to have somewhat of an ego and a little bit of like a delusion of grandeur of
For
like, I
sure.
can do this, but you also have to have enough open-mindedness and enough. You can't have too much of an ego. It's really like the epitome of having like that black belt experience with that white belt mentality always, and it's very hard to find that in most people. I feel like the alpha guys that are in the bunches, it's like I know everything. I'm the top dog. I can't show anybody that I have any
Yeah.
vulnerabilities. But that's not really what you get with a lot of fighters and jiu-jitsu guys. And how do you balance that out? Because you really have to have a little bit of both to be successful in what you do.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't get good at something without taking the feedback, like, "Here, Brandon, I'm gonna show you this arm bar." And then the first time you try an arm bar, it's the worst arm lock of all time, right? But if I'm not willing to take the feedback, then, I'm just gonna keep doing terrible arm locks forever. But if my goal is to have a good arm lock, I have to be willing to listen. And I guess that's just like a microcosm for acquiring any skill set. So I don't know. I guess I don't. I also just don't understand why somebody wouldn't be open to feedback and to criticism. Like that seems so like small and self defeating. You know what I mean? Like, how do you get good at a thing if you can't hear feedback? I think. I guess what I was trying to say earlier, like, if you attach your identity to a particular thing, then when somebody criticizes it, it feels like it hurts you personally, right? But if you can recognize that I am not the thing is just a skill set that I'm trying to acquire, or it's a goal that I'm trying to reach, then when the feedback comes, you let the feedback land on the outcome, not on you personally. Does that make sense?
Yeah, dude, that was so eloquently said.